Roger Penske calls out the youth of America, and Chase Elliott continues a family dynasty over 30 years in the making. Welcome into the Breaking Bob channel. If you missed it yesterday, I'm back. A new name, a new studio, but I promise the NASCAR content will not change here at Breaking Bob. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'll keep you in the loop for all things NASCAR related, as this offseason never seems to slow down. This weekend, NASCAR held their awards ceremony in Charlotte on Friday night, kind of the real end of the 2024 season. And on Friday, before the ceremony, Roger Penske, of course, championship car owner for Joey Logano and owner of the Indycar series as well as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, had some interesting thoughts to Holly Kane. Penske said, quote, "The biggest challenge is to get young people to put down their phones and get to the races." He said it with a smile, but with that, there is some truth to it. I feel like this is like an old man shaking his fist at a cloud there. Roger Penske saying, oh, the youth today, they are distracted by the track. But I thought that Freddie Kraft of Door Bumper Clear, and of course Bubba Wallace's spotter, had a good way to put it, saying you need the phones to actually work if you're going to be on it. They're not looking at the phones. And I do agree. I've been to multiple tracks the last few years. I will say Gateway this year, I did have great service at that track, but you're right by a major city. Some of these tracks, they're far out into the country, whether it's Iowa, Darlington. You've got a tougher challenge there with tens of thousands of people trying to get on the cell service there. So, I think Roger Penske's a little out of touch when he says something like that. I think that we're just trying to look for any way to put down younger fans any way we can there. In today's day and age, you have to have a phone at a track, whether it's to use the NASCAR app for timing and scoring, to figure out what's going on in the race. If you've missed something, it's just an invaluable tool to stay on social media. And it's also good for people that aren't at the track to see people posting from the track. It's the FOMO. It makes you want to go to the track the next time NASCAR's by. You feel like you can't miss it when you see people posting images talking about their experience at the track. So I don't love Roger Penske coming out and criticizing fans that are on their phones because, one, I think it's nearsighted, and two, you do have to have your phone because you can keep up with it, and it's an engaging way to keep people at the track, because otherwise you sit at a track for 3-4 hours just watching the cars. Yes, diehard fans, we're going to love that. But you bring people to the track, you're trying to introduce them to NASCAR, baby steps. And, when you have scanners and things like that going on to really amplify the experience at the track, you need to have as much cell service as possible at these tracks. In 2024 and beyond, it's just part of the times now. You go to any other sporting event and you can use your phone. So I don't love the comments there from Roger Penske, but the way he's been governing IndyCar lately, it just seems like it's just another sign of being stuck in the past there. And, this new wave of ownership you see with 2311 and Trackhouse, they're challenging the old guard, the Penskes, the Hendricks. Rick Hendrick even said, when I signed that charter, I was tired. I just gave up. It wasn't worth fighting. These owners that have been in NASCAR for so long just are stuck in their ways. And, I think this is just another example of it for Roger Penske. But disappointing for someone who has so much power. But moving forward, Chase Elliott joins Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson as a 7-time champion. No, not on the track. Chase Elliott's only won one title, but 7 years in NASCAR, 7 most popular driver awards for the Napa number 9 Hendrick driver. Chase Elliott continues the legacy that his dad, Bill Elliott, cemented. This fact blows my mind. In the last 34 NASCAR Cup Series seasons, an Elliott or an Earnhardt has won most popular driver every single year. Bill Elliott, Dale Earnhardt, back to Bill Elliott, Dale Jr., now Chase Elliott continuing the trend there. It is a true dynasty as far as the Elliotts and the most popular driver award in NASCAR. Chase Elliott, number 1 in voting, Kyle Larson second, and Ryan Blaney in third. Honestly, though, I'm kind of surprised by this. It felt like the tide was starting to trend, with Kyle Larson running the Indy 500 and having that crossover, the dirt track stardom. Felt like maybe Kyle Larson was slowly solidifying himself as the most popular driver in the Cup Series, but the Chase Elliott fandom continues. Again, I've been to multiple tracks the last few years, and I definitely have seen a lot of Chase Elliott, but I see a lot of Kyle Larson starting to pop up the last year or two, and I just really thought that Kyle Larson was probably going to be the most popular driver, but once again, the Elliott dynasty continues. The Dawsonville Pool Hall can have another mark on the board. They got their guy in there. So Chase Elliott, most popular driver once again in 2024. It is fan voted, of course. Chase Elliott looks to make it 8 years in a row and 8 full-time seasons next year. I want your thoughts down below. Do you think Chase Elliott is the most popular driver, or do you think this fan vote is a little interesting? Do you think that maybe Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, or somebody else could take the mantle from Chase Elliott. I want to know your thoughts below down on that. And of course, Roger Penske's comments on the youth of America today at the track. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like this video. It does help me out a ton here at Breaking Bob. I'll be back for more off-season content because, like I said yesterday, this offseason doesn't seem to be slowing down at any point. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.